Hello, sports fans, sports bettors, and YouTube Nation. John here with Ricket Picks. Got my football picks here for you. Started off a good week. We hit a 2-unit play on the Patriots to cover on Thursday, and they did for a 1.6 unit winner. It's a good way to start off the week. We are now in the positive for football, and we look to keep rolling. Got my top 5 picks for you for Sunday, October 13th, week 6 in the NFL. Then I'm off to do the chores before the rains come. First game is the Seattle Seahawks at the Cleveland Browns. The Hawks are 4-1, the Browns are 2-3. The Seahawks have played close games and their defense is starting to click and become typical Seahawks defense. Pretty good. They've gotten very lucky with missed field goals, beat the Bengals by 1, should have lost a couple games. They could very easily have a losing record. They just find a way to win. The Browns have been all over the map. They have gotten destroyed. They have destroyed teams. It seems like they win, they lose, they win, they lose, they win, they lose. With that method, they're coming off of a loss. They might win. They are 4-0 all-time ATS when scoring under 15 points in their last game. The Seahawks are 1-5 in their last 6 Week 6 games. All the numbers point to the Browns winning this game. Baker Mayfield's been beat up in the media lately. Everyone's questioning his abilities to run the team. I don't know if they're questioning his football abilities so much as his leadership in the huddle. But he has taken quite a beating lately, and Richard Sherman believes he needs to apologize to him. He's a good quarterback. He's an NFL quarterback. He's very young. People forget how young he is. They think he's going to come in and just take over and do it. With that being said, I think the Hawks' defense will confuse him a few times in this game. They're going to take advantage of that and see if they can get to him early and often. Jadeveon Clowney, he's going to be all over. He's going to be all up in Baker Mayfield's grill. He's going to be like, "What's up? How's it going?" So the Hawks have gotten lucky to this point, but I believe they win this game. It's a straight-up pick 'em. You know, Browns, Hawks, who are you going to take? Nobody's getting points. It started out 2, 1.5. Seen it go up to 2.5 at one place, but now it's back down to a straight pick 'em. So I got the Seahawks in a close game. Next game is the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. The spread right now is 11.5 points in favor of the Ravens, and they're going to cover this one. The Bengals they're not a good football team. They're hurt. They're one-dimensional. They have zero running game. They're strictly passing. Going into that, if you know that, you can cover a lot more. You can cover better. The Ravens have too much offense for the Bengals defense. They're just as bad. They lost to the Cardinals. Actually got beat up by them pretty bad. Lamar Jackson, he'll just have his way with the Bengals defense in this one, and I think the Ravens cover the 11.5 fairly easy. I know 11.5 points is a lot in the NFL, but so was 16.5, and that was covered by the Patriots. Next game is the Redskins at the Dolphins, the toilet bowl, if you will. The Redskins have a new coach, Bill Callahan. Fired their old coach. Jay Gruden's out. Said, "You're not as good as your brother John. You got to go." Quarterback, they're going to go with Case Keenum. And I think they're going to rally behind the newness and the attempted resurgence of this Redskins football team. I think they're going to be like, "Hey, Bill, we're going to play. We're going to do our best." He wants the job. He's a starter. Haskins is young. I am an Ohio State fan. I love me some Dwayne Haskins. He needed to stay another year and get some more experience, but that's what happens. Football players leave for the NFL, and sometimes they leave too early and they're not ready for it. The Dolphins, they've been bad. They've showed life at times. They showed life against the Cowboys, and then late they just faded off. They're coming off of a bye week. I think they're going to throw some wrinkles into their system, try to do something different than what they've been doing. They got 2 good quarterbacks. They just can't get out of their own way right now, and it's tough for a football team that is trying to make it through the season. But I believe the Redskins get their first win in this one, and they also cover the 3.5 points down in Miami. Next game is the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Texans come into this after hanging a 50 spot on the Falcons. I don't think they're going to hang 50 on the Chiefs, but they'll score. The Chiefs' defense has not been that good this year. The Chiefs come in off of a loss to the Colts. Mahomes and company just couldn't get anything going against the Colts. The Texans' defense is not that great. Matt Ryan still had an amazing day. They just couldn't keep up with the 50 points. Matt Ryan still threw for almost 400 yards and had quite a day against them. But I believe, the Chiefs, they're a good offensive team. I don't know that they're going to be, that good. They don't seem to be clicking right now and running on all the cylinders that they can. And I believe the Texans defense will slow them down. I like Houston +4 in this one. The last game is the New Orleans Saints at 4-1 versus the 2-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are currently favored by a point in this one. The Saints may be without Alvin Kamara, but if they're not without him, he does have an ankle injury. So how much will he be used versus what he can do? I don't know. Apologize, my computer just went into power save mode. So I got to get it. There we go. Teddy Bridgewater has been a great quarterback in Drew Brees' absence. I mean, who thought that Brees would go down and Bridgewater would just step right in and keep winning? He's starting to build a repertoire with Michael Thomas and spreading the ball around nicely to everyone to keep Thomas and others open. I mean, it's not just like I'm looking at Thomas. No, I'm looking everywhere. Started to get Jared Cook, the tight end, involved, which was good to see. Have him on my fantasy team, so I was pretty excited about that, as I was expecting him to have a good year with Brees, but now that Bridgewater's starting to spread it around, look forward to more of that. However, the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is way better than the Buccaneers defense, or anybody that Teddy Bridgewater has played this season. I know he came in against the Seahawks game and that, but he didn't start that game. That was, he came in late in that game. So they went up in there, they beat the Seahawks, but the Jaguars, I don't think they're going to have as easy of a time against the Jaguars defense. And Minshew Mania is in full force, and it seems like with every game, the young quarterback, he does make a few mistakes, and he gets a little bit rattled, as we've seen late in that Carolina game. He just seemed like he was panicking a little bit. But it seems like every time he steps on the field, he just gets better and better and better. And I believe that the Jaguars, they're gonna throw some hitches in their giddy up here, and they're gonna throw the Saints off a little bit. And I believe they're gonna win. They're gonna win the game outright. They're only favored by 1, so obviously they're gonna win. I got the Jaguars -1 against the Saints. Hey guys, let me know if you like this football content. If you guys are having success with the picks, love to hear about it. We're starting to roll in the right direction now. We've taken quite a hit in baseball, but between hockey and the NFL, we're getting that back. So we're sitting about even with it all right now. We're up, I think, 0.2 units. But hey, we're still up. That's what matters. That's really what matters, is that we're getting ahead. It's over the long term. It's never a get rich quick scheme with sports betting. It's how much knowledge can we pour into it and get better as we go and get better with our picks and make money. But I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. If you guys could help out with that, let your friends know. Subscribe to me. If you like this stuff, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you're on. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck with your sports betting, and have a great day.